Okay, so what I need is an ink pad. I can use the blue. So what have I got? I've got prize ribbon, and it doesn't need to be a perfect stamping. We just need the border, really, because we're going to cut it out and use it. Okay, so we'll give that a couple of seconds to dry. And what I do, cleaning tissue. So I just wipe my angel, get the excess off of there. So it's little scissors to pick this up. Right, I'll just do a rough cut here. Now, when we were using wooden stamps, once we'd created the mask, we would stick it to the wood, so we always knew where it was. So if you're going to do this, you might want to create a filing system for your masks so that you can keep reusing them. So when you're trimming a mask, you want to trim the line of the design so that it's kind of, you know, partially there but partially not, so you can just about see it. But this will stop the shadowing effect. So, oh, are we really going to sit and watch me cut out a whole mask? But so yes, cut off the line. If you don't cut off the line, you will have a strange white shadow around the outside of your design when you stamp over. So luckily this is a fairly simple shape and design. Okay, we're not going to worry about the halo. We'll get rid of that. And the hair, just bear in mind this is probably still wet because it's a Distress Oxide and I haven't left it very long to dry.
Now when I'm cutting the masks, I take them off the backing.
Do you?
I do, because it's only low tack.
Yeah.
Then I can stick them back on the backing.
No.
Or like you do, you can cut it all together.
Yeah. Just it's a bit stronger. With the Eclipse there is no backing, but it is a thicker paper. But yes, keeping the plastic to put it on and save it, or a sheet of acetate. Put them all on a sheet of acetate and keep them in the drawer. Have all your Christmas stamps together. Toes, all little toes. So the Peking stamp has cross toes. Oh, let's have a look at it. No, I don't have a Peking because we're only masking the praying.
Oh, we can see on the packaging here.
So, can you see tiny little toes across?
You've got the eyes open, the toes crossed, and the slipped halo.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
So peeking and praying, I mean, it could be naughty and nice, but okay. So we need to. So we're stamping with blue prize ribbon today, I guess. Okay. Some nice plain cardstock, and prize ribbon is a good strong blue. I prefer to take the ink pad to the stamp because then I can feel how much pressure I'm putting, because the stamp is solid. These ink pads are fairly solid, but when it's a soft one, you want to be able to feel the pressure on the stamp, so you're not putting too much pressure and squishing it and putting ink everywhere. Now obviously you could do this with your platform or any other device that you use for stamping. These are little guys, so I'm just using an acrylic block. Okay, so we have our first angel. Now it is a good idea to dry it before you stick the mask on, because we don't really want wet ink. So we'll give him a quick little blast. Okay. My card is a bit creased. Okay, so let's take my mask, peel him off the backing. Oh, carefully. and then line them up over the top. Close enough. Okay, so then we can go in for our next angel. So we'll ink that one again, and now we can overlap them. How close do we want to get? There. So whichever one you stamp first and mask is the one that's going to be at the forefront of your image. Okay, so now I can also do one the other side. Okay, so let's, how close do we want to get? We're just overlapping a little bit here. We don't want to lose too much of the image. Okay, so if we give these guys a second to dry, then we can mask these two and keep going. I sound a bit croaky today. Too much talking last night, I think. Okay, let's have a quick drink. Okay, then we can grab. So this is a mask with the Eclipse tape. So this is a paper one. It's, as I say, slightly thicker and it's white. We can pop that over the top. The Eclipse masks do tend to last longer than the other ones, but that is obviously reflected in the price difference as well. So then if we mask this one, we can stamp some more. That's it, make sure it's lined up. Okay. Right, so we can go back to our angel, our praying angel. And so we could go further back, so they're all going back at an angle, or we could go in a straight line. Let's go back a little bit. It's a little bit of overlap there. And then a little bit on that side. So now you can see that the choir is forming. And I mean, if you wanted peaking in the middle, you would start with peaking first, but what we could do is we could cut out peaking and just pop it on the front further down. You know what, the one that steps forward of the choir to sing a solo, maybe. So we've got 5. Do we think 5 is enough?
Yes.
Okay, so that's prize ribbon. So we can remove all 3 of our masks now.
Are you going to do background?
Oh, background. That's what I forgot. Just while Vicky reminded me. Right, let's put them back. Put them back on. Okay, and then we have a couple more. So yes, we can create a background. We can stencil, stamp, do whatever we want. Oh, I'm getting blue fingers now. Okay.
Those are the multicoloured fingers I have.
So that's stuck down. Oh, let me just just wipe the blue off to make sure I haven't got any wet ink. I don't want to be smudging things. Okay, we don't need the prize ribbon. We don't need the scissors. What we do need is a stencil. So we've got some stars. So if I start at one end, a little bit of low tack masking tape. And maybe some tumbled glass. And a stipple brush. Let me just check that my stipple brush is clean enough. Yes. okay, we don't want to go below the angels, so let's start at the top. Some gentle. Obviously you could do this with the handle with the sponge on the end if that's what you're more comfortable with. Different types of brushes. Go round and round, stipple it on. You could put some paste through if you've got some of the stencil paste. Have some nice 3D stars. Okay. How are we doing on time, Vicky? She's supervising in the background. You can't hear her. We're doing good. Okay. So probably don't need to attack it quite so hard, but so I've gone for the very soft blue, subtle. I do like subtlety. Okay, let's work it round. This is our star stencil. Let's have a couple down the side there. Okay. Right, so then I think we need to move it over. Let's. Oh, yes. Right, let's. Okay. Move it over here. And I just want a few more on this side, but I don't want to go over too close to where I was before. So I'm just going to put that there. And we can just do a few more tiny little stars. And then we can trim the card down afterwards. Was that one peeking behind? Lovely. So I think they would look great in a glitter paste, wouldn't they? Okay, so done with the tumbled glass. There we go. So we've got a starry background. So now I can go back to taking the masks off, I think. Ooh, if you wanted to put in a floor, you could do that. Okay, so one. Now I've been stippling all over it, they don't want to come off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on, number 5. The one that's been there the longest. There we go. So we'll put those aside so we can reuse them again later. Now, maybe we want to just blend. Now, I did heat set them a fraction, so let's see. We shouldn't get too much ink moving around. Just enough to soften the edges. And I do constantly wipe off onto the tissue so I don't get too much of the ink building up on the card on my water brush, because we're just going for a soft. Now if you think you've got too much ink or water, just dab off. We can remove some of that. Am I sounding croaky today, or is it just in my head? No,
It's just in your head.
Just in my head. Okay. All right, and the other side. Okay. Now if I'd have done this straight away, it would move a lot more. But as I said, the heat setting helped reduce the amount of ink that moves. But if you want more colour, go back to the ink pad, just add some more colour. Okay. So we are not doing a live next Thursday because we will be hitting the road and on our way to Kent, ready for next Saturday. So we have to be there very early Friday morning. So we'll be leaving on Thursday. So no live next week, but we'll be back the week after. If you've got any special requests, different techniques, or certain particular of our Christmas designs you want us to show you, let us know. You can comment on here or just drop us a message. Now, I haven't watered the wings because we might want to add a bit of glitter on there. Also haven't done the toes or the faces. Leave some definition there. So just a small amount. I think I might leave the hair because we don't want to make it too heavy, and the hands are fine as well. So is stickles the next thing I want to do? Oh, excuse me, I need to keep drinking water today. Lovely. Right, stickles what we want, I think so. So a little bit on the wings. If you want a really tiny amount, you can put a bit on and then you can smoosh it with your finger, technical term. And then that gives you a super subtle finish. A little bit there and a little bit there. So just a gentle dabbing. Obviously, if you want a thicker layer, just go all over with the nozzle. Nice and soft. There's still some on my finger. There's a wing in there, and a bit there, a bit there. Don't want to miss any wings. Okay. You might end up with a little bit of blue on your finger because obviously the oxide is, what do they call it? Water reactive. And the stickles is water based. So you might end up with a little bit of blue in there. But that's all good. So once you've made your masks, you could sit down and you reuse them to make quite a few of these Christmas cards. Okay, so the steady hands there, we go around the halo and around the halo. We store our stickles upside down, so they're always ready to go, and the nozzle doesn't usually dry out because it's always full of the glitter glue. So, how are we looking now?
Hey, good.
So can you see all the stickles and the stars? So it's quite a monotone card, but that makes it super quick and easy to make. Is that glitter showing up nicely? I hope so. So obviously then that needs mounting on some layers. I mean, it might be nice on a bit of silver or some blue sparkle. Depends how blue you want to go. So just to remind you, I used the Peeking and Praying Angels, but we also have the angel border. So shall I show you the samples again in case you've only just joined us?
The angels are $6.99 each.
Oh, are they? $6.99
and they come
each.
mounted on the cling.
Cling mounted, yes. Because they're Judikins designs, our license with Judikins is that we have to mount them on the static cling cushion. So we had grey rubber last year, but it's red this year. It's the same. But you will see ours are trimmed with as close to the design as possible. So when you get your stamp, peel off the backing and then trim it, because that makes it a lot easier. Probably also for the mask, if I'd have taken off the backing, that would have been easier too. But
and then we've got our border of minis with 6 praying and 1 peeking.
They're just, I love these. They're so cute. They're so cute. We can't make them any smaller. They're small enough.
You could trim them down and use them individually as well.
You could. And I think if you were to shrink that and shrink plastic, it would probably be that size. So anyway, just saying. Okay, so this is still drying. So I want to pop this aside and I will then show you the samples. As I say, in case you've just joined us, you might have missed some of these. So we've got stamped in brown and coloured with a lighter brown, and then some dots in the background. That's it. So masking, one angel in the front, 2 colours. Very simple. And then the same with this one. 2 stamps, 1 mask, just mask the middle one, and then you can stamp the other 2. Well, I lie, there's a 3rd stamp. Have you been naughty or nice? So yeah, different colours. They work in the turquoise, in the purple and blue. Purple and blue. I often do things purple and green. I don't know why. It's colours I always lean towards. So this is a foiled paper, a printed paper, which has also been stamped on with our tiny little Christmas postmarks. So many little details. We have an amazing design team that create wonderful works of art. Embossed papers, foiled papers, easel cards. This, I think, is our most popular Christmas word. This particular stamp. Script Merry Christmas, long script Merry Christmas.
Oh, it's different on eBay, and our website has different names. Long Merry Christmas.
Long Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas script. I think it is the most popular one. Okay. Purple and blue again with the holly border in the background. So it looks like they're hanging in a bauble, doesn't it? Lovely. And another step card, easel card. I don't know, but it's, I can't really show you at this angle, but yes, lots of individually cut out angels on a glitter black card and a glitter silver card. Wow. So these ones have just got the tiniest touch of colour on some tartan card. I do love tartan at Christmas. I do. I do have a tartan table runner, but I'm not sure I'm going to do tartan this year. I might go brights this year. I haven't decided yet. It's a bit early to decide. I'm just trying not to buy any Christmas decorations. So the Christmas postmarks in the background again. And the little season's greetings, I think, is in the clear Christmas stamp set. I might be wrong. But
I think you're right. I think you're right there.
Hundreds of angels in this choir. And then we've got the pink choir with the super sparkly wings. So it's got little highlights of blue on the wings before the glitter, before the stickles, and around. Oh, that's the velvet paper. We've got this gorgeous velvet paper, which I don't think we've got online anywhere, but if you come and see us, like when we're in Kent next week, we will have the velvet paper. It's divine. And then the shaker card. So let me just clear that so you can see the angels inside of the, oh gosh, what's that called? The Christmas frame.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know. It'll be in the Christmas section on the website.
Layered frame. Oh.
Christmas layered frame, maybe, in a very gold twinkle sparkly embossing powder with some acetate.